In the vast expanse of space, where stars flicker like distant beacons of hope and silence stretches unbroken for light years, the story of the Earth Alliance's struggle against the Inspectiad swarm has become legend, a testament to the endurance and sacrifice of countless souls. For 40 long years, the shadow of the Inspectiads loomed over the known worlds, their relentless advance swallowing planets and futures alike, while the people of the Alliance clung to hope and resilience in the face of annihilation. Now, after decades of heartbreak and heroism, a new chapter has begun. The unveiling of the Alliance's mightiest battleship, the USS Dauntless, marks a turning point unmatched in the annals of this galactic conflict. Emerging from the shipyards as a symbol of defiance and ingenuity, the Dauntless embodies the culmination of years of technological advancement, strategic planning, and the unwavering spirit of a people united by adversity. Its arrival on the front lines could not have been timelier. The Dauntless, accompanied by the stalwart vessels of Fleet 7, surged into contested space with a singular mission: to reclaim the worlds lost to the Inspectiad onslaught and restore the hope that had flickered but never fully died. The battles that followed were fierce and unyielding, echoes of the grim determination that had carried the Alliance through 4 decades of war. As the Dauntless unleashed its formidable arsenal, its advanced shielding systems shimmering against incoming fire, a new sense of possibility swept through the ranks. For the first time in decades, the tide was beginning to turn. Every inch of ground retaken came at a cost, measured not just in spent munitions and burned-out hulls, but in the lives and families forever altered by the conflict. The Dauntless and Fleet 7 pressed forward, liberating planet after planet from the Inspectiad's grasp, their victories punctuated by the bitter knowledge of who and what had been lost along the way. The celebrations that greeted each reclaimed world were tempered by the empty spaces at the feasting tables, the silent prayers for those who would not return. The USS Dauntless itself is more than a war machine. It is a marvel of innovation, engineered in secret and refined under the pressure of necessity. Its hull is layered with cutting-edge alloys and energy-dampening fields designed to withstand the Inspectiad's most devastating attacks. Its weapon systems, the product of collaborative genius from across the Alliance, can unleash withering volleys of energy and kinetic force, carving paths through even the densest swarms. Yet, perhaps its greatest asset lies not in its machinery, but in its crew. A hand-picked assembly of veterans and new recruits, tacticians and engineers, all united by a burning resolve to see their worlds freed. Their mission is not without its scars. In the aftermath of each battle, the Dauntless's medbays are filled with the wounded, and the names of the fallen are etched into the ship's memory. The Alliance, keenly aware of the human cost, has responded with a network of support for those left behind. Comprehensive programs now offer counseling for grieving families, financial assistance for those rebuilding their lives, and community initiatives designed to foster healing and remembrance. These measures cannot return what has been lost, but they stand as a promise that every sacrifice will be honored and every survivor cared for. The victory, though monumental, remains bittersweet. The reclaimed worlds bear the scars of occupation, cities reduced to ruins, landscapes scorched by war, and communities fractured by years of fear and loss. The process of rebuilding is slow and arduous, requiring not only material resources, but also the rekindling of trust and hope among populations who have lived so long under the shadow of the swarm. Yet, in every corner of liberated space, the presence of the Dauntless and its fleet serves as a tangible reminder that the Alliance has not abandoned its own, that even after 40 years, the fight for freedom continues. Stories of heroism and endurance abound among the ranks of Fleet 7. Pilots who held the line against impossible odds, engineers who kept failing systems running with little more than ingenuity and grit, and leaders who made impossible decisions for the sake of the many. These are the unsung architects of victory. Their experiences, etched into the collective memory of the Alliance, are now being preserved and shared, both as a tribute to their courage and as a guide for future generations. Yet, even in celebration, the specter of loss is never far away. For every world reclaimed, there are families who mourn, children who grow up with memories of loved ones who never returned, and communities forever changed by the violence that swept through their lives. The Alliance's support programs, born from necessity, have become lifelines, offering not just material aid, but also spaces for collective grieving, remembrance, and, ultimately, healing. The psychological toll of the conflict is immense. Generations have known nothing but war, their dreams shaped by the realities of evacuation drills, rationing, and uncertainty. The return of the Dauntless and the victories it brings offer a chance for these populations to imagine a future defined not by fear, but by possibility. Schools reopen in liberated cities, cultural traditions are revived, and long-silenced voices begin to share stories of resistance and resilience. As the Dauntless continues its campaign, each new victory serves as a beacon to worlds still under inspection occupation. Resistance movements, inspired by the news of Fleet 7's successes, have begun to organize more openly, sabotaging inspection positions and preparing for the day when liberation arrives. The Alliance, in turn, has redoubled its efforts to support these movements, providing clandestine aid and promising that the sacrifices made in the dark will not be forgotten. Still, the Inspección threat remains formidable. The Swarm, though driven from key worlds, is not defeated. Their numbers are vast, their tactics ever-evolving, and their hatred for the Alliance undimmed. The Dauntless's victories are hard-won, each battle a reminder that the war is not yet over. The Alliance's leaders, mindful of the cost of complacency, continue to innovate, refining tactics, expanding support networks, and forging new alliances with worlds that once stood apart. Hope, once a fragile thing, is now a palpable force. It echoes in the cheers that greet the Dauntless as it enters newly liberated systems, in the relief of families reunited after years of separation, and in the solemn ceremonies that honor the fallen. It is carried forward by the children who learn the names of heroes past and the engineers who dream of even greater ships to come. The story of the Dauntless and Fleet 7 is not just a tale of military triumph. It is a testament to what a united people can achieve in the face of unthinkable adversity. It is a story of sacrifice and sorrow, yes, but also of courage, ingenuity, and the unbreakable bonds that form when hope is all that remains. As the Alliance looks to the future, the lessons of the past 4 decades serve as both warning and inspiration, a reminder that freedom is never won easily, but that it is always worth the cost. In the weeks and months ahead, the work of recovery and rebuilding will continue. The Alliance's efforts to support affected families will expand, with new programs designed to address not only immediate needs, but also the long-term challenges of trauma and displacement. Teams of counselors, social workers, and volunteers will travel to newly liberated worlds, offering expertise and compassion to those learning how to live in peace once more. At the same time, the Dauntless and its crew will remain at the forefront of the struggle. Their mission is far from over. Each engagement, each risk taken, is undertaken with the knowledge that the eyes of the Alliance and the hopes of billions rest upon them. Their victories light the way for others, and their losses remind everyone of the price that has been paid, and may yet be paid, before peace is truly secured. In the halls of the Alliance's command centers, leaders meet to honor the fallen, strategize for future operations, and reaffirm their commitment to the cause. The names of those lost in the campaign to liberate the lost worlds are spoken aloud, each one a promise renewed to never forget the cost of freedom. For the families who have suffered unimaginable loss, the path forward is uncertain. Yet, The Alliance's support networks provide more than just material aid. They offer community, connection, and the assurance that no one grieves alone. Memorials are erected on reclaimed worlds, places where loved ones can gather to remember, to mourn, and, in time, to find solace. The bittersweetness of victory is felt keenly by all. The joy of liberation cannot erase the pain of loss, but it offers a way forward, a chance to rebuild, to honor the fallen by carrying their memory into a future shaped by the values they fought to defend. As the Dauntless sails onward, its hull bearing the scars and honors of battle, it serves as a living monument to the sacrifices made and the victories won. The legacy of the Dauntless and of Fleet 7 will endure not only in the history books, but in the lives of those they have touched. The reclaimed worlds, once silent under Inspectiate rule, now pulse with life and possibility. The Alliance, chastened by loss but emboldened by triumph, stands ready to face whatever challenges the future may bring. It is a future shaped by resilience, unity, and the enduring belief that, no matter the darkness, hope can always find a way to shine through. The journey ahead will not be easy, but with the Dauntless leading the way, the Alliance and its people move forward, not just to survive, but to thrive, to heal, and to build a new legacy for generations yet to come. In the quiet moments between battles, as the stars wheel overhead and the wounds of war slowly begin to heal, the people of the Alliance remember those who gave everything for the promise of a better tomorrow. Their memory is the foundation upon which the future is built, a future hard-won, but filled at last with hope.